Tonight, President George H.W. Bush is being remembered in Worcester and across the country. The 41st president passed away this weekend at his home in Houston. Our Roslyn Flaherty spoke with a former Worcester councilor who worked closely with Bush. She joins us now with more on their story. Roslyn?
Olivia, the former city councilor worked on his campaign and later in his administration and is remembering him as a gracious president. When David Forsberg first heard of the passing of former President George H.W. Bush, he was sad but also thankful to have known him.
Just what a privilege it was to have worked for him and served with him.
The 41st president died Friday night at the age of 94. Forsberg was a Worcester city councilor when he signed on to his presidential campaign with 6 others from Massachusetts in 1978.
It was great to be in that early because there was no Secret Service. We got to spend a lot of time with him. When he came to Worcester, Paul Salucci and I picked him up at the Worcester airport in Paul's car.
Bush didn't win the Republican nomination in 1980, but he and Forsberg became close. He served full-time on Bush's next presidential campaign and then in his administration.
He could not have been more gracious, more thoughtful. During the campaign, my father died. I still have this wonderful note from he and Barbara that he sent from the campaign trail, with condolences.
Forsberg says some people don't realize some of the great things he accomplished as president.
He was the driving force between the People with Disabilities Act, and he never gets any credit for domestic policy. But I think his finest achievement was handling the mechanics of really ending the Cold War and how to wind that down with everyone keeping their dignity.
Forsberg says the president was a fighter, loved life, and lived it with dignity. And now he will be laid to rest next to his wife, Barbara.
President Bush was very big on dignity. He always said that if it goes badly, and he said this quote to his granddaughter in an interview, and it really stuck with me. He said, if it goes badly, it's me. If it goes well, it's us. And that really was the way he operated.
Now, he will be laid to rest later this week at the George H.W. Bush Presidential Library in Texas. Roslyn Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.